A short description of JL by its life, work, career, etc. is given below. Born August 13, 88. Place Helensburgh, Scotland. Education Lomond School, University of Strathclyde. First World War interrupted his studies. Occupation Superintendent Engineer, Side Valley Electrical Power Company. Invention in February 1924, first transmission of a semi-mechanical analog television system. In 1927, set up the Wire Television Development Company Limited from 1929 to 1935. The BBC telecast programs using the third line wire system. Death 1946. Write a profile of J.L. Baird, the inventor of the television, using the hints here. You have seen that the TV is one of the most popular mass media. By mass media, we mean the ways in which information can be passed on to a large number of the people very quickly. Do you have the habit of reading the newspaper regularly? What kind of newspaper items you read first when you get a newspaper? Do you make a collection of news items? The newspaper. The world moves very fast and events happen very quickly in a very sphere of life. People keep in close touch with the latest developments by reading newspapers. The newspaper is the pioneer in the field of mass media. The first newspaper was published in Britain in 1702. It became popular only in the 1890s. Nowadays, the newspaper has become almost as necessary as food and clothing. The primary function of the newspaper is to provide news of all kinds. Millions of copies are printed, read and discussed every day in our country. The statesman is anxious to know the latest developments in the political sphere. The businessman wants correct information about market conditions. The common man has a natural curiosity to know about almost everything in general. A successful newspaper caters to the needs of all kinds of readers, scientists, sportsmen, politicians, businessmen, lawyers, and job seekers. Besides being informative, newspapers possesses literary value too. They contain articles, commentaries, book reviews, stories, poems, biographies. The editorials and lead articles in a newspaper exert much influence on its readers. The form and mold public opinion. Businessmen can advertise in the newspapers and thus reach their customers. The press has a sacred responsibility. Its news and views should be true and impartial. The press also serves as a platform where the reader can express his individual and independent views on any burning issues of the day. The newspaper updates our knowledge of the world around us, but we should not blindly believe everything that is printed in the newspapers. News stories may at times be exaggerated or distorted, yet the newspaper has a very significant role in promoting national integration. Let's learn. The limitation of the TV and newspaper are mostly compensated for by the computer. The computer as well as the internet has brought the world closer. Here are few headlines. Computerized irrigation soon in India. Computer assisted language learning CALL. Computer training for villages. Computer to aid better milk supply. National network of police computers proposed. Electronic voting machine for election. Computer to record crimes. Computers have been used in Indian census. Bank work to be computerized. Computerized booking system in railways. Wildlife on computers. How do computers help us? Let's discuss. The computer. The computer has become a part of the media only in recent years. In the 1960s and 70s, computers were mostly used by big computers and businessmen. Very few people could buy a computer to use it at home. In the 1980s and 90s, there was an incredible growth in computer sales. The popularity of the internet, the World Wide Web, and the emails have made computers inevitable in the modern world. Have you ever thought about the advantages of the internet? It helps millions of people to communicate with each other quickly and cheaply. Moreover, it enables quick access to knowledge. How did man come to invent the computer? Man learned to count long ago, but the first calculating device he invented seems to have been the abacus. It is a wooden frame with horizontal rods, wires carrying beads. The counting is done by moving the beads one by one along the rods wires. The first mechanical adding machine was made by Pascal in France and improved upon by Leibniz in Germany, but it was Charles Babbage of England who made the first calculating machine, called the difference engine, in 1822. Later he designed the even more powerful analytical engine, but could not get it made. Its basic design is remarkable, similar to the modern electronic computer. The processing of data with mechanical machines started with the 1890 US Census. It was done with punched cards and tabulating machines designed and made by Herman Hollerith. Later, these machines came to be used in business, industry, and the government for processing data. The first electronic computers were made in the late 40s in the USA. Germany, England, ENIAC, made in the USA, is the best known among these first generation computers. The invention of the transistor in 1948 led to the making of the second generation machines in the 50s. Then came the third generation in the 60s with the machines using integrated circuits. The invention of the microprocessor in 1971 brought the fourth generation. With each new generation, computers have become more powerful, more reliable, smaller in size, and cheaper. The fifth generation, promised by the Japanese, is yet to come.
Meet the masters. Meet the masters. We have enjoyed watching the film The Red Balloon. Now let us read about some of the masters of world cinema. J.C. Daniel, the pioneer of Malayalam cinema. Have you ever heard of J.C. Daniel? It is a name that is an unforgettable part of Kerala culture, usually described as the father of Malayalam cinema. Daniel was born on 28 November 1900 in Agastyawaram Taluk of Kanyakumari district, Tamil Nadu. The first film made in Kerala, Vikadakumaran, by J.C. Daniel, reflects the social and cultural life of a period. Daniel had to encounter many difficulties to make the first film in Malayalam. However, he got over them and set up the first film studio in Kerala in 1926, naming it the Travancore National Pictures. He found money for this by disposing of his landed property. He wrote the script, titled it Vigadakumaran, and started the production work. It was a silent film. He was the director, the protagonist, the cinema autographer, and the editor too. P.K. Rossi, an ordinary woman from the exploited class of society, who was the woman cast in a lead role, also had to suffer much. This artistic venture failed commercially, leaving in dire poverty. Daniel breathed his last on April 29, 1975. The government of Kerala honored him in 1992 by instituting the J.C. Daniel Award for Lifetime Achievement in Cinema. Govindan Aravindan. G. Aravindan, the renowned Malayalam film director, screenwriter, musician and cartoonist, was born on 21 January 1935 in Kottayam. He experimented in story-telling without regular narrative styles. Before entering the world of films, he was an established cartoonist. His cartoon series Cheriya Manusharam Valiya Dukavyam won the hearts of Malayalis. His well-known films are Uttarayanam, Kanjanasinda, Kumati, Pokkuveil, Chidambaram, Oridathe, and Vastuhara. He was honored with the National and State Film Awards. He also worked in documentary and theatre productions. He left the world on 15th March 1991. Akira Kurosawa, one of the most important and influential of Japanese filmmakers, was born on 33 March 1901. He contributed much to the development of world cinema. He was a director, screenwriter, producer, and editor. He directed 30 films in a career spanning 57 years. He made his debut as a director in 1943 during World War II. With the popular action film Sanshiro Sugada, his other virtues are Rashomon, Golden Lion, Alguru, Seven Samari, Throne of Blood, and Dreams, etc. He died in 1998. Satyajit Ray. One of the greatest masters of world cinema, Satyajit Ray was born on 2nd May 1921 in the city of Calcutta. He belonged to a Bengali family prominent in the fields of art and literature. Starting his career as a commercial artist, Ray was drawn into the independent filmmaking after meeting the French filmmaker Jean Renier and viewing the Italian film Bicycle Thieves during a visit to London. Ray directed 36 films, including feature films, documentaries, and short films. Pattar Panjali, Abarachito, Apur Sansar, Jalasagar, Charlotta, and Teen Kanaya are some of his important works. He was also a writer of fiction, publisher, illustrator, graphic designer, and film critic. He wrote several short stories and novels. They are primarily aimed at children and adolescents. He passed away in 1992. You have gone through the profile of some of the masters of world cinema. Now let us prepare the profile of Dhanuraj Govind Palak, the father of Indian cinema. You may use the following hints. Full name: Dhanuraj Govind Palak, born 30 April 1870. Note: place of birth: Traimaneshwar, Nasik, Maharashtra. Known: film director, screenwriter, producer. Important works: Raja Harichandra, Mohini Basamor, Satyavan Savitri, Sethu Madhavan. Death 16 February 1944. Kerala is home to many a great humorous poet. Let us read about one of them. Kunjan Nambiar, the great poet and storyteller, made literary wit and humor understandable to the common man. His art for Ottandullal reflects his sense of social responsibility. Let us read on an anecdote from his life. Kunjan Nambiar was very poor. He used to eat at an Uttupura maintained by the king. Those in charge of the Uttupura used to serve stale food. One day the king and Nambiar were walking along the main road. They came across a cow passing loose dung. Nambiar went near the cow and inquired, Are you also served food from the king's utpura? The king heard this remark. He made enquiries and gave orders to dismiss the corrupt officials. Nevermore was stale food served at the king's utpura. We have seen how Kunjan Nambiar used his innate sense of humor to solve a crisis. Do you want to know more about the quality of humor? Now let us read something about humor. What is humor? Humor can be simply defined as a quality in something that makes it funny. Humor leads to laughter. When laughter is shared among them, it is interesting to note that people of all ages and cultures can respond to humor instantly. Most people are able to laugh or smile at something funny and are therefore considered to have a sense of humor. Humor and laughter, it is said, strengthen one's immune system, enhance one's energy, and protect one from the damaging effects of stress. In fact, humor is a priceless medicine. This medicine is free, quite easy to use, and available everywhere. When we crack a joke, it must be remembered that it should not hurt the feelings of anyone. Thank you very much.
Will you please show me a few sarees? Of course, which variety should I show?
Mysore silk.
Come to this counter. Please, I will show you your choice.
Okay.
We have a wide variety of cheap, medium quality and their superior ones. You can have your pick.
Show me more like that one displayed in your shop.
Wait a minute, I will bring that one for you.
Leave it there. Show me the same variety in different shades.
Sorry madam, we have only this one at present.
Just now you told me that you had a large stock.
But this variety is so popular that it sells very fast.
Okay. Then you can show me some other sarees.
Thank you. See this pure silkiness of Kanjipuram.
I see. What is the price?
Don't worry about that. See how attractive it is. Full length with a blouse piece also. Nominal price only 95 rupees.
You are a good salesman. You know how to lure a customer.
Customers' satisfaction is our pleasure.
Well, pack this green one.
Thanks. Anything else?
No, that will do.
Is this Hind Pustak Bandar?
Yes, gentlemen, you are right. Can I help you? I have come to buy a book.
Which book? We have standard books on every subject.
Do you have Rapidex English speaking course?
Yes, it's one of our popular books and also the best seller.
I don't know anything about it. My son's class teacher has recommended this to help him to improve his English. Is it that good?
Yes, of course. Every teacher knows about the qualities of the book.
My son studies in an English medium school.
Doesn't matter. It's equally useful for students of Malayalam medium schools also.
How is that possible?
The authors have taken great pains to make it useful for every student.
That's good. Give one copy, please.
Any other book?
A good dictionary for my son, if you have one.
Certainly, Oxford Dictionary is equally good for children and grown up.
I want some other good book to present my nephew on his birthday.
For that, here is a set of storybooks by Sri Sandram Vatsa, a very popular Hindi writer among children.
I know him very well. I can't leave this set.
Do you want some books for yourself?
Well, I had not thought of it. What is that book?
Underwater. It's about mysteries of the deep oceans. Very thrilling.
I will have take this also. Thank you. Hello, exchange.
Yes, trunk booking.
Madam, book and ordinary. Trunk call, please.
For which city, sir?
For Bombay, please.
Bombay number, please.
215695.
Is it a PP call?
Yes, please. It is a PP call for Mrudula.
Spell out, please.
For
M for.
M for Madras, R for Ranchi, I for India, D for Dehradun, U for Uncle, L for Lucknow, and A for Ambala.
Okay, local number, please.
373629.
Operator, your ticket number D for Delhi.
How long will it take?
Ordinary call takes a few hours.
Thank you, madam. Hello, delay enquiry.
Yes, delay enquiry.
2 hours back, booked a PP call to Bombay number 215695. I haven't heard yet.
What is your registration number?
D for Delhi, 734. D for Delhi, 734.
Sorry, sir. The lines are busy. It will take some time.
My call was ordinary. I think it will take time.
Certainly.
But I want it soon. What should I do?
If you like, you can convert it into an urgent call.
Right. Please do that.
Okay, now you will get priority. The movements like are clear. Hello, is it 373629?
Yes.
Here is your PP call to Bombay. Please speak to your party.
Thanks, madam.
3 minutes over.
Don't disconnect. Extend, please. What's your name, please?
I am Raj Mehta. Your name, please?
Kulprushan. Where are you going, Mr. Magda?
I am going to Bombay. Where are you going?
I am also going to Bombay.
Very glad to know. How far is Bombay?
Around 90 not kilometer.
How does long the rain take to reach there?